one day somebody does something unspeakable to someone else, to someone you hardly knew, and you do something about it because you can.
From ABC 13, we get this story where a Houston man is speaking out after he and his teen brothers say they were held at gunpoint Friday by a man posing as a police officer. Now, it happened on Friday in northwest Harris County at a park on Morton Road. According to court records, Micah Brown approached the three victims because they were lighting fireworks near his home. And he first told them he was a Harris County cop, which the Harris County Sheriff's Office has since confirmed is not true. Brown is a detention officer at the county jail's processing center. Well, here in California, that'd make him a cop. Wouldn't that make him a deputy? I don't know. Quote, it spooked us, to be honest, because it was out of nowhere. He just walked up and looked all mad. And he was already clutching. That's according to the victim, who didn't want to be identified. The victim went on, it looked like he was already clutching under his shirt. In a video recorded by the victim, the officer can be heard yelling expletives. The victims requested he be respectful, but he replied, I'll knock your jaw off. The young man recording the heated exchange says it happened around 8 p.m. Things turned physical when Brown allegedly knocked the victim's phone down, according to investigators. A 16-year-old who was present bent down to pick it up, and that's when Brown pulled a gun from his waistband and loaded the chamber. Quote, I don't know if he thought my brother was going to sit there and do something, but that's whenever he pulled the pistol out and aimed it at me. He aimed it at my face. He was drunk, and one mistake, and he could have accidentally pulled that trigger. End quote. More video from the night of the incident appears to show Brown being taken away in handcuffs. Now, investigators said when he was arrested, he reeked of alcohol and appeared intoxicated. Brown was in court on this last Saturday. He is facing 3 charges of aggravated assault and a third charge for allegedly impersonating a public servant. Quote, he could have asked us respectfully. I mean, I get if we are popping fireworks and you live right there, but there are different ways to approach a situation, said the victim. Now, the Harris County Sheriff's Office issued this statement. Detention Officer Micah Brown, 40, is currently assigned to the Joint Processing Center. Detention Officer Brown has been an Harris County Sheriff's Office employee since August of 2022. He has now been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation and court proceedings. Regards, Senior Deputy Thomas M. Gilliland. But they're saying that he was posing as a cop. But he's a Harris County Sheriff's Office employee and a detention officer. Wouldn't that make him a cop? I don't know how Texas works, but here in California, you're a cop. If you're working at the jail, you work there for, I think it's a year, 12 to 18 months, and then you're screened for going out onto the street as a patrol deputy. But I wanted to back up here. I caught that. I just didn't want to stop reading. But they said 3 charges and then a third charge of um, 3 charges of aggravated assault and a third charge. I think they meant a 4th charge for impersonating a public servant. So whoever wrote that, I think he lost count. But 3 charges of aggravated assault and then another charge for impersonating a public servant. I wanted to correct that because I know somebody else would, but I didn't want to stop reading. But impersonating a public servant is, I mean, that's the one that gets me. Because if he's a Harris County Sheriff's Office employee and he works at the jail, it makes him a public servant. I don't know. Is the district attorney railroading this guy or what? I don't, maybe he's not very well liked at the department. Maybe they're like, hey, Brown's drunk again. He got arrested. I don't know.